Namaste. Peace morning. This is Shantal from She Achieves Studio, sharing again 5-minute morning meds. Welcome to everyone who's joining me live, and welcome everyone who is watching this live video after. And 5-minute morning meds is where we meet every morning at 7:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And the actual meditation is about 5 minutes. Sometimes it goes into 7. And sometimes I stay after and have a little chat. It kind of depends on the ebb and flow of the meditation. And as always, you get to choose to step in or step out. And I do have the oracle cards that we've been using. For whatever reason, they really want to be a part of this. And these are the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards. And a friend of mine, Carla, she has them. And that's, I kind of piggybacked off of her because they are beautiful cards. And their messages are clear and precise. So we'll be asking the universe after our meditation for some guidance and some insight. Now let's begin. Now, whether you are seated, lying, or standing, I invite you to have a sense of stillness in your physical body. However, your emotions, your energy, your mind, your spirit still may be active and moving and in movement. And that's fine. That's great. Allow for that movement. And if you are seated or standing, can we bring a sense of awareness into the spine, into the Sushumna? Good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for joining. Good morning. I can just see you smiling right now and a little giggle. Okay, so let's begin finding that seat. Finding that length in our body. Now with the chin, if we can bring the chin down slightly and retract it back without feeling discomfort or restriction. Okay, and this is helping the cervical spine lengthen to continue the chakra influence all the way up through the back of the neck and into the skull, into the pineal and pituitary glands. The shoulders again are relaxed, and we invite a gentle sense of mindfulness into the tongue, into the jaw, into the teeth and the mouth, allowing a gentle space between the two. And arms are down by your side, palms are facing up with the right palm resting on top of the left. And the two thumbs are joining. And the hands are resting in the lap, the elbows are soft. The spine is long and extended. Good morning, Rachel. Mwah. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. And here we bring ourselves into a sense of presence of breath again. And we allow the breath to flow easy. We invite the breath to become easeful with each breath in and each breath out. Nice and easy. Nice and gentle. Nice and warm. Gently observing your emotions, the emotions that are flowing, the emotions that are ebbing, and allowing them to be exactly as they are in this moment, and without thinking of changing anything of anything, giving them permission to flourish and be there. Belly breath in, belly breath full, belly breath out, and belly breath empty. Now inviting awareness of breath, not only into the belly, now into the heart. Acknowledging our energy body. Observing without expectation or even contestation. Mindfulness without judging. And just checking in with the energy body as you breathe from belly into heart and from heart into belly. Now rising and tearing this breath up from belly into heart, now through throat and into third eye, the space between your eyebrows and the pineal gland. This beautiful sense of knowing with integrity and wholeness and insight. Feel your breath rise all the way from base of spine, from belly, all the way up into third eye. And with each breath out now, expand this breath out into every cell of your body, into every cell of your mind's thoughts. And if there's restrictions, allowing those restrictions to be present, yet not directing energy into them. Perhaps a sense of softness into the thoughts that may be distracting or interfering. Now breath comes in and goes out as easy as clouds passing in the sky, as effortless as a balloon rising through those clouds. And now on next breath in, again, breathe all the way down, base of spine, belly, breathing up into heart, filling up into throat, third eye, and now expanding as you breathe out through crown, Sahasrara. And allowing that white veil, or whatever color comes to mind, inviting that white veil and seeing the energy of your breath. Expand from within and around into your aura of prana. Your sacred aura of prana. And here for several breaths together, with eyes open or eyes closed, we settle into this breath. We settle into this awareness. We settle into this gift of life. Perhaps in the last few breaths of our meditation, perhaps you bring a gentle smile into your mouth. Well, I apologize for that. That is called ebbing and flowing. So we bring a gentle smile into our mouth. The teeth are still relaxed. When we bring a smile to our physical body, the insides smile, our energy smiles, our mind and emotions smile with us. So I invite you to gently greet your day with a smile, even if you forget. Come back. Keep showing up. Belly breath in, open mouth, gentle sigh, and belly breath out. And very gently flutter your eyes open and be present now. Thank you for sharing your space of breath with mine. To greet your day with presence and peace, with wholeness and integrity, where we rise above the thoughts, where we rise above our emotions, and we rise above our energy into our intuition and guiding our intuition from heart space. Thank you. I would love to hear your comments of how you perhaps feel at the beginning and how you feel after the 5 minutes. It's always lovely to hear comments of your journey. Oh. Well, I guess that's all the more reason to purchase a tripod versus a little suction cup for my little stand. There we go. I love you, Rachel. Thank you. You know, and that's beautiful that happened. You know, I'm trying really hard to be consistent with Facebook Lives and become a little bit more professional on them, you know, to increase the audience, etc. And then the camera falls several times, you know, and that's fine. You know, there's no expectation. We can try to control a situation, and yet something happens to remove that control out of our hands, and it's okay. I learned from a wise man. Actually, he was a psychotherapist that I saw for over 20 years. 20 years of my life. I went to see this man. And he said to me a very long time ago, and little did I know, his words were actually involved in yogic philosophy. And he said, when your expectations do not meet the outcome, there is conflict. And in one word, I'm going to say that is attachment. Attachment to the outcome. Can anyone relate? Have you ever been attached to a thought and a situation, and that ending, the outcome, was not the way you expected? And looking back only with loving curiosity, how did that feel in your body? How did that feel in your emotions? How did that maybe disappointment feel in your energy body and in your mind? And were you able to connect with your intuition and your spirit and just allow it, as hard as it may be? You know, all of this inner work, this spiritual coaching, is never easy. And that's why I feel that I'm here. My purpose here is to share space, to share sacred and to share safe space. So we feel that we are held during those bumpy rides through life. Maybe perhaps a cushion, that when we become unsteady and our expectations do not meet our reality and there is conflict, that you have a soft cushion to fall back on, knowing that you're supported. And how easy it is to forget that we are supported. So I invite you to keep showing up with the meditations with me every morning. Set your alarm, set your notification. Because awareness with breath can be very, very powerful. It can shift the frequencies. It can redirect the direction of the interferences and the obstacles. And I'm telling you, the obstacles, they're going to show up. They're going to show up. So this is a question. Can we not put less energy into thinking about all of the obstacles and put our energy and direction of thoughts into building a stronger cushion? Because those obstacles are going to come up. The kleshas are going to show up. Ability to have that cushion to fall back on, so we bring ourselves into a larger gap between us and the obstacles. Even if they're right up in our face, we still have the choice. As hard as it may be to reach, we still have the choice to back up from that obstacle and create space for mindfulness. And that is how meditation and awareness and mindfulness come into play. Because then, guess what? We just may have a larger choice point to respond versus react in that situation. We may have a larger choice point to transfer fear into, what would be the opposite of fear? Trust? Anger. We would have a larger choice point transferring anger into forgiveness and love. It's true. Like, this is really true. But number one, you always have to be willing. Number one. If you're not willing, that's not where you're at. And that is awesome as well. This is only if you're ready and willing and able. And never a breath before. When I first started my yoga training many years ago, oh man, and especially my Thai yoga massage training with Stephanie at Mandorla Yoga Institute, I had a really hard time. I was the one in a group of 20 ladies that would start the scream pee cry, the snot cry, scream pee, that horrible cry. And just because I was redirecting, I was purifying, and it was painful. There were a couple of days where I actually had to leave the yoga training with Nikki Doan from Maya Yoga. I had to leave for the day, and I remember coming home, I was crying so hard, I just slept all day. I left at 12. I didn't even make it through the day. And all we were doing was restorative yoga. And I look back on it and I was like, wow. So if you have barriers that you're slowly beginning to find willingness and awareness to crumble those and dissolve and be in relationship with those barriers, I get it. I get it. How vulnerable, how painful, how lonely it can be. And that is why I'm inviting you to stay with the meditations and put that energy not into the obstacles. Put that energy into your cushion to hold you when you fall, and when you're lost, and when it's dark and you don't know which way to go. All right. Well, that was kind of heavy. good. Thanks, Cheryl. Whew, thank you. Oh, hi. Good morning, Holly. Ah. Okay, so I just got to shake it out. And if you're wanting to, like, I'm all about movement. I love the meditation. However, I need to shake that everything out. So feel free to shake if it feels good. Maybe a lion's breath. You know, whatever works for you. Because energetically in our physical bodies, we got to get that out, or else it festers. Okay, so shake, maybe stand up and move around. So maybe next week, because this is a daily routine, next week what I'd like to do is invite the chakras every day for the next 7 days. So we have 7 main chakras, energy points in our body. And we'll start, so tomorrow's Monday, so we'll start with root Muladhara chakra, and our meditation will be guided through each chakra for the next 7 days, and we'll add a little bit of movement at the end, okay? If you want. Again, the choice is yours to step in or step out. All right, if you'd like to stay with me for just a few more minutes, we are going to ask, okay, because we want to redirect our energy, you are invited to redirect your energy from the obstacles. Okay, we're igniting our obstacles. So let's redirect and bring that energy back, bring that direction of thought back into our cushion. So let's ask the universe with our cards, eyes open or closed, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Asking the universe, our cushion, what? There you go. I didn't even get to ask. So the universe knows it's okay, Shantal. You just have to grab the card. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Ready? The rattle. I think the rattle. Okay, just give me a second here. There we go. Yep, a little muddle. No problem. Not a big deal, kids. Part of life. There is an obstacle right there. That's the third obstacle that showed up. Okay, the rattle. Doo-doo. So were we not just talking about movement? And when we use a rattle, it helps purify the energetic space that we're in. So I encourage you, I keep a rattle in my bag, in my purse, and I will shake it before I go into a grocery store. And I will shake it, depends on the energy. I find grocery stores very heavy energy. I try to move past that, but sometimes I just get sucked in. So sometimes I'll actually use a rattle during a shopping trip, right? Even if people stare at me, it doesn't matter. And also when I leave, before I enter my vehicle. So that's just an experience for you. So if you have a rattle, it can be a child's rattle. If you don't have a music rattle, it doesn't matter. Beans in a cup. And when you think about a rattle, why do we use a rattle? I was actually talking about this with one of my spiritual coaching ladies, my client, the other day. We were talking about the rattle and why we use rattles for children to redirect their thoughts if they're crying, to distract them. Why do we stop using rattles? Just because we grow, just because we age. Sorry, you can close your eyes if this is distracting for you. I'm working, I'm doing the best I got with what I got, okay? I'm doing the best I can with what I got. There you go. Okay, till I get a tripod. Okay, let's try this. It should stay. So when we talk about the rattles again, it's about redirecting the energy. It's about changing the frequency, okay, of where we're at. So if you do feel that you are getting sucked into your obstacles, change the vibration. Change the vibration, not with your thoughts, with your body, with your energy. Okay, good morning, Gail. Good morning, Gail. Okay, so our card this morning is the Rattle. So the story of the Rattle is the spirit caller to the 4 directions: southwest, northeast. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. And I'll show you a picture of it again. There's our card. I'll post the card in the comments. That's what we're working with today. And the rattle again is signifying somehow. You get to figure it out, because I'm not really sure what it means to you. Yet it is helping us create a cushion to fall back on when we have obstacles that appear. And again, they're going to appear. Just because we meditate doesn't mean the obstacles aren't going to appear. It's that we're able to be in a different relationship with them and to change the energy and to redirect the energy going into them. And that's again what the rattle symbolizes. So with the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with prayer. Great Spirit, may your will be done. The rattle guides us to pray for all the earth, not just for our personal needs either, okay? When we offer our prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. So the invitation. So this is the invitation. The rattle comes to invite you to work with the tools of spirit, whatever that means to you. Okay? But be careful. They are very sharp and can hurt you and others if they are not used mindfully. And this is where we bring awareness into speaking our truth. And speaking our truth is one of the warrior goddess topics or intents that we discuss in our weekly circles. Because we may be speaking our truth to ourselves, but we may be hurting someone else. And in yogic philosophy, it is, if you're going to speak your truth to hurt someone, don't speak it until you can redirect it in a different way. I know, that's hard, right? And doesn't Winnie the Pooh say that? Or was it? No, it was Piglet. No, I think it was Pooh. If you can't say... No, it was Thumper. It wasn't Winnie the Pooh, it was Thumper. If you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. Okay? And that includes not only speaking to others, but it includes to yourself first. It took me a long time to realize... Do you know the other saying, you can't love others until you love yourself? For about 30, I was just able to embody that probably in my 40s. I just rejected that. It was like, whatever. And then I crossed over and I was able to actually embody that. And I understand that now. Took a while. So when we speak our truth, if we're not speaking our truth to ourselves, how can we see truth in others? How can we even expect truth in others? That's beautiful. And we're bringing that up not to judge ourselves, but to be able to be in relationship with it. So we can do something about it. So we can learn to redirect using the rattle to change and redirect the energies that are going into that. Okay? All right, let's close this down. So set your old tools aside and take up the drawing instruments of spirit. And when they say the old tools, maybe it means also the old pathways of your life. And you can decipher that and figure out what that means for you. You are consciously stepping into partnership with the divine, because we're getting out of our obstacles. Our obstacles are not controlling us. Our obstacles are not defining us. We're not identifying ourselves with those obstacles. They're just experiences that are happening to us. They're heavy, yes. Painful, hells yeah, sometimes. They shatter us and crumble us. That is why we want to have a cushion. That is why we bring meditation into our lives, to help us create that cushion. So this is the time for courageous deeds. This all takes big courage, and I see that. I see that in everyone. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression of love. Beautiful. So that's our teaching. That's our meditation. So remember, even though we've gone about a half hour, because I like to chit chat, I will be posting this video on She Achieved Studio. And the actual meditation is 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. But sometimes I hang out and we just chat a little bit. We have a little bit of chit chat. As always, you get to choose to step in or step out. So please bring your hands into prayer position. And if it feels right, I'm just going to hold the phone for the last few minutes. If it feels right, please bring your thumbs to your third eye. Good morning, Janet. And as we're closing the 5-minute morning meds, we bring in thankfulness, we bring in redirection, and we bring in courage. So thank you for sharing your courage with mine. Please join me every morning, 7:30 Mountain Time on She Achieved Studio Facebook Live. The actual meditation is 5 minutes. However, sometimes we linger and we chit chat. And again, I will post our morning shaman oracle card, the Rattle, helping us create a cushion to fall back on when the obstacles show up. I say namaste. Peace. Thank you, everyone. I love you all.